Hey guys, how's it going? All right, so I'm here with one of our clients, Kari Ashley. She's out of Calgary. Kari, why don't you tell them a little bit about what market you serve, and obviously you're in residential, but yeah, talk about the market you serve a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So the majority of our business has been within Calgary and surrounding areas, and we've really been trying to target Cochrane a little bit more and
Yeah,
just the west side. So
awesome. And yeah, so I know when we first started, you were doing a couple touch points with clients, but can you speak a little bit on like what kind of touch points you were doing before we started? Yeah.
absolutely. It was super unorganized, to be honest.
Okay.
It was more of a birthday card here and there when I had the time. When I got busy, things kind of fell to the wayside. I would try to touch base on social media or a text here and there, but it was very informal and, like I say, very unorganized.
True. A little bit more sporadic, right? And I know you were doing some of
Yes.
the cards and stuff too, or
Yeah.
like social, but yeah, it wasn't really an organized plan. And then were you doing any email newsletters, things like that, or?
Um, we were doing market updates again
Okay.
sporadically here and
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but
Okay.
nothing formal.
Got it. And then how would you say like so since implementing the system, like how has it helped you keep in touch with people? Like I know you're really busy, you have a lot of
Mhm.
transactions going on. How has that kind of process helped? Yeah.
It's honestly been an amazing experience for us because it's not something that we have to really think about anymore. It just kind of happens on the back end. The messages will go out. And I'm hearing from people that I have not been in touch with for over 5 years. So it's pretty great to know that they're the contact is still there and we're still able to maintain that relationship without having to put in the conscious effort. It just happens on the back end.
Awesome. Yeah. And as far as like texting versus email, talk about that because I know you're doing a bit of email, you were doing not much texting. I think you just gave me a story today of like how when Easter happened, you know, your phone just went crazy, right? And we definitely see that with text, with just the deliverability. But talk about that for a second. Yeah, just the difference of text versus email. Yeah.
Yeah, so the emails that we were sending, we didn't really know if they were being opened or viewed. They were being sent out, and fingers crossed that people were seeing them. I think that things get so lost in emails. I know that the amount of emails that we receive in a day is crazy, and we may or may not get to all of them. So over Easter, I had forgotten that the Easter campaign was going out, and I was actually at a possession with a client, and my phone was going berserk. And it wasn't messages being sent out, but clients actually responding to the Easter message, either saying thank you or letting me know what they're up to for Easter. And it was just, it's really nice seeing those messages come through and the amount of response that we actually get.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, our goal is again, like you guys just worry about the responses. And that's definitely something that, yeah, you're in the middle of like showings or you're with that client and then just have the responses. And so that's definitely our goal. And then as far as, let's talk about some of the listings and referrals. Do you have any general, do you have a story on that? Or just like how do you find that the merging goes from like, we'll send out a casual holiday message to then the clients kind of bringing up real estate? How has that kind of been? Yeah.
Yeah, so we've received a couple of messages actually that come to mind where it was just a fairly general message that had gone out through the system. And the response was, your timing is amazing. I was actually just thinking of you. We do need to get a home evaluation done. Is now a good time? So it's really the constant touches that your company provides is great, because these clients I hadn't been in touch with, like I say, for a couple of years, and they're all of a sudden receiving a message from me going, your timing is amazing. So
Oh, love it.
and that's will be turning into closed business for myself. So
I love it. Yeah. And I know you've closed a couple already.
mhm.
And as far as, I mean, yeah, I mean, the end goal is stay top of mind until the clients are ready, or either incentivize it or, you know, their friends, or even we've seen a lot shortening the time frame, right? Somebody thinking maybe in a couple of years, but because we're kind of maintaining that touch, have them come back. And then what would you say you're excited about in the coming years, right? The system continuing to work for you in the coming years, you know, as you start to scale up, get more clients, and now you're adding more people into the system. Yeah, what excites you about that? Yeah.
Well, I think that's just it. The fact that we have the ability to grow with it, and it continues to build with us, and it's not just capped once we input our client, that's it, it's done. As we grow, the system grows, and it just continues to keep us top of mind and sending those messages out, which may not turn into business directly from those people, but like you say, referrals from them to people that they know, because we're constantly reaching out, and it's beneficial information. It's
Yeah.
not just, hey, it's me. It's really great information, and they do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We always want to bring value to people, and make them excited to hear from you. Like I know in your particular case with your clients, right? They're pumped to hear from you.
Yeah.
So busy on the regular. And then last question being like, a realtor that's kind of in a similar position to you, right? So they have that database, they're not regularly reaching out, they're busy with transactions, they know that there's a ton of opportunity in that database. What would you say to them, if they're on the fence of working with us, or like, would you recommend us to somebody in your kind of similar position? Yeah.
100%. I can say that the majority of realtors they want to do what I'm doing, which is being in front of their clients. They don't want to have to worry about the database and the backend system and ensuring that everything is operating properly. This really is, you guys set it up for me, and I haven't really had to do much else. And if somebody is considering it, I would say that this is the best thing that we have done, because even in the busy times, that things are continuously happening on the back end for your clients. So yeah.
And you've been a great client, Kari, and we're excited to continue to work with you and your referrals. I know you've referred some people as well. And so thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Kari. Awesome.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.